What's up, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Josh, this is Simply Cinema, and today we're going to review Detective Pikachu. And although I did collect some of the cards as a kid, I do want to say that I never really played the games or any of the video games or anything like that, so I'm very minimalist fan of this, but I did really like seeing the characters in there. Starting off with some of the positives, I'm going to be talking about the characters, and one character that really stuck out to me, of course, was Pikachu himself as Ryan Reynolds. I don't always follow actors, but Ryan Reynolds is huge as Deadpool, and they really brought over his type of character that he does really well as. So I really loved how they integrated that humor into Pikachu, and it really played off really well. But there were some moments where it was not portrayed as well, to where it was humorous in one side and then all of a sudden he's very serious. Pikachu and his follower Tim really played off in a really good relationship. There are ups and downs, and I think they really played that off really well with that character. I really loved this story and how it played out. There are some twists that really got me surprised, and there were emotional moments a little bit. And I also want to give attention to the effects. The effects were really well done, and the way the Pokemon were animated and like crafted, it was really almost believable, to where I saw them on screen and it looked really well done, and they almost looked like exactly what you would think of if they were brought into real life. Moving on to some of the mixed elements, there were some side main characters that were thrown into the mix of the characters and the relationship between Pikachu and Tim, and they were not given as much of a part. Even though some of those main characters were given a decent amount of screen time, some development was given to them, but they were not super likable. They were not super feely to where you knew what they were doing and felt they were really important to the story. And given that this was a mystery type movie with Detective Pikachu, there were some moments that, of course, you get scenarios of clues you have to solve and mysteries that have to be figured out. And there were a few different mysteries that were sort of put on the case, and they really some of them aside once they were figured out. So in the end, it sort of didn't feel as important to care about what they just figured out. And near the end, it did get a lot better to where you really cared about what happened, but for some of those, it didn't matter. And moving on to some of the negatives, there really are no negatives for me because I really enjoyed this film as much as some others didn't. This was not an over-the-top film as I would have kind of hoped it to be, but I wasn't expecting too much, but it really kind of exceeded my expectations of what I already had played out of. I really liked the idea of Pokemon and Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. That was a really fun time and a blast getting to watch that character and that humor played into that character. But really there were not too many bad moments. Like, there were the mixed elements of slow moments with the mystery and just a few of the characters that were not given as much time, but overall it was a really fun time. As it was not a huge over-the-top movie that had heart-grabbing moments that pulled my emotions out, I wouldn't say it's one of the best films, so I would just simply give it a 9.2 out of 10. Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought of the film. You're free to give your own opinions of what you think about this film, because I just want this to be a welcome community. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Please click the subscribe button. Also, hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this video. Hope you have enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.